Tonight, the Denver Rush, led by quarterback Jessica Poole, visit one of the favorites to advance to the X Cup, the Seattle Thunder, and star quarterback KK Matheny in a battle for playoff positioning. It's the X League coming up next.
Well, you got your shot. What are you going to do about it?
All that's relevant is the 7 of you on that field at any given time.
You've been waiting so long to play this game.
Here's the hit. Man,
we're going to war, because we're not here just to win.
oh, what a hit.
We're here to dominate.
Oh, my goodness.
We're here to take that #1 spot.
He now throws it back. Unbelievable. Turn it on the afterburners, being chased.
Everybody's giving their blood, sweat, and tears.
Riley throws, and it is gone. Big shot, throwing end zone. It is caught. Rolling to the left, looks down the field. Open, catch made, touchdown.
You've given your heart and soul, so why not give it your heart and soul when you go out there?
Week 3 of the inaugural season of the X League brings us to the banks of the Puget Sound, the beautiful Pacific Northwest in Seattle, Washington, as the Denver Rush in town to take on the Seattle Thunder. Hello and welcome inside our X League broadcast booth alongside Elaine Grigg. I'm Kit McConico, and Elaine, a bit of a David versus Goliath matchup tonight. Denver, a very young and inexperienced side. Seattle, a lot of people are expecting them to be in the X Cup come September.
Absolutely. For me, Denver's offensive scheme is very important. It must be centered around the run game and the short passing game. Why? This Denver Rush offense must keep the explosive Seattle Thunder offense led by veteran quarterback KK Matheny off the field.
Yeah, you mentioned this explosive offense. Take a look at the key players tonight. Seattle, there's talent across that offense, as you mentioned.
We'll start with KK Matheny. She is a very experienced quarterback with one of the league's live arms and surprisingly good mobility. Head coach Chris Michelson says she's like having another coach on the field.
The odds makers, they've made Seattle a 12-point favorite tonight in large part because of the experience on their roster led by Matheny and one of the top two-way players in the league, Kiara Williams on offense, a favorite target of Matheny on defense, an uncanny knack for always being around the ball. We caught up with Kiara Williams earlier today to talk about her team, her role, and their goals for this inaugural season.
The state of the franchise, we're super pumped. It's been about 2.5 years since we've been able to come out here and show what we have. And there's so much built-up excitement that tonight is going to be a show. My role on the team, I'm super excited about it. It's shifted a little bit. I'm now strong safety, where traditionally everyone's seen me at a corner. So being able to switch that up, get in there on every play, get nice and feisty is going to be really exciting. And defense, that's kind of where my heart's at. I mean, KK would love for me to say wide receiver. I absolutely love wide receiver, and I'm still going to go out there and fully define who I am there as well.
Week 3 of the X League, the Denver Rush and the Seattle Thunder will have opening kick from the ShoWare Center coming up after this. Welcome you to the Acesso ShoWare Center here in Kent, Washington. One of the best, KK Matheny, 5'3", 130-pound quarterback, originally from Dayton, Ohio. The anchor of the offense, says her coach, Chris Michelson. Sees plays before they develop. Seattle will have the first opportunity. A handoff in the backfield, trying to find space. First down across midfield, still on their feet. And the Thunder into rush territory on the first play of the game.
It's a great opening play from Dominique Malloy, number 3.
You see how
you got to hurry up.
How quickly they want to move indeed. Matheny drops back, attempting her first pass, in and out of the hands, couldn't hook up with Malloy.
A little crossing route right there. They had a low crosser and a high crosser trying to get it in, and they are definitely going with a hurry-up offense. It's a good tactic versus a team without a lot of experience.
That's Seattle offense. So in the NBA, you've got the big three. In the X League, perhaps no better big three than Matheny, Hulse, and Williams, as good as it gets. They will no doubt be looking to put an offensive show on in their season opener. Matheny drops back, has a completion, a lot of pressure, but able to find her target in the form of Kiara Williams.
It's a really good diagnosis here by linebacker Bria Quintana. It's a screen, it's set up pretty good, but the middle linebacker is not fooled and stops the play.
Again, mentioned their big three in Matheny, Hulse, and Williams. Matheny again to the air, has her target complete. Just shy of the goal line, Savannah Wood with the reception.
We've got a lot of short passes so far to open this game. Looks like that's a big part of the Seattle Thunder game plan. We've had a screen and we've had a couple crossing routes. Here's another one to 44, Savannah Wood. The sure-handed tight end gets it all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and it looks like we're gonna have 1st and goal here.
Former college soccer player shows off her nifty footwork, does Wood. 1st and goal from the 3. Matheny, just an incredible player, obviously mentally on another level, raves her head coach. What a treat it is to have a quarterback of her capabilities. Dancing, looking for space, Matheny hit shy, not a scrambling quarterback, and you can see Matheny not quite sure what to do, and she is blasted by Amika. The defense for Denver, the two Sheriffs, Brie Quintana at middle linebacker and strong safety, Schwartzlander, Tierra Romero, just a rookie, but that swagger and ability to be a top cornerback in this league.
It's a good tackle in space right there by Ifeoma Amika. Gets it to 2nd down.
Amika, the Seattle native, the pitch outside, able to elude a tackle, and in for the touchdown goes Gleaves. And the opening score for Seattle, Janitra Gleaves puts the Thunder ahead.
Just a little toss sweep right here to Nene Gleaves. She gets in for the touchdown. Defense coordinator had a player in the right spot, missed the tackle. You got to make that play in space. It's the defensive coordinator's job to get you in the right position, but after that, you see the missed tackle. They get you in the position with the call. You've got to execute the play.
Gleaves has power and speed, a former track star at Vanderbilt. Seattle will go for 2. Has a target, low pass, picked up by Jackman. And the completion, it's 8-0 Thunder.
And just about everything went right for the Seattle Thunder offense on that first drive. KK Matheny looking as sharp as you would expect. Tight end sneaking out just a little bit into the flats. Little bit of an effort to make a tackle there at the goal line, but she's got a full head of steam, does Stacey Jackman, and gets in for the point after. Great opening drive from the Seattle Thunder.
And give full credit there to Jackman, a pass a bit low, but the Tacoma native able to pull it in. And now we will get our first look at the Toronto native, Jessica Poole, 5'6", 145 pounds, first-year quarterback, originally a wide receiver for the former hockey player. We'll see what she has in store. A handoff and met at the line of scrimmage. Big hit from the Thunder defense. And it's Kiara Williams. We've seen what she can do on O. Flexes the muscle on D.
When we were talking to Chris Michelson on Tuesday, he was saying how he was going to use Kiara Williams. She's a safety on the roster, but she comes down and plays linebacker, and she was right there to stop that play.
Another big stop, and number 1 on the spot. You see Williams, the Sammamish native, another Evergreen State product, all over the field early and often. Nene Gleaves. Quick throw here to the top side, trying to find something, and just a swarming Thunder defense leading the way. Jackman on the tackle.
You know, it's a great job by the defense rallying to the ball, but when you've got a young quarterback, I think this is a really smart play. Get some short passes, some high percentage completions, just get that confidence going for you. That brings up a big 4th down for Denver.
4th and short. The handoff up the middle, able to spin away, good for the 1st down. The second effort will bring up a new set of downs for the rush.
And that is huge. We hit on this in the pregame. They've got to keep that Seattle Thunder offense and KK Matheny on the sideline.
And there is Corey Hardaway on cue, AKA Cobra, leading the way. Poole, the Toronto native, first year at quarterback after Venom Madrano released, and Bree Roy, the top wide receiver target. A handoff. Again, you see them looking to keep it on the ground as Cobra gets another carry.
It's a really good scheme right here on this. You're going to see a little crackback coming in from the receiver. Oh, excuse me. Looks like we've got a penalty on the play. Let's see what head referee Jeff Sidorus has to say. And when you're the underdog, kid, and yards are going to be hard to come by, moving you back 5 yards is going to make it tougher for you. It's hard enough anyway without shooting yourself in the foot.
Jeff Sidorus, our head referee, headline judge Steve Landro, our line judge Mike Ellis, and our back judge Andy Miller, completing our officiating crew for tonight. 1st and 15. A rush. Almost intercepted. Another flag comes out. Lucky that one wasn't picked off, and you see Matheny, she wants to get back out there and almost had the chance to do so.
Okay, that's actually going to be 2 offsides penalties in a row. They've both been versus Seattle, so that's going to get a free first down for Denver, and that is going to be what they need right now. They flipped the field. They're already into the Seattle Thunder side of the field and growing more and more in confidence here.
Chris Michelson, longtime head coach, doesn't need a lot to get fired up, but he certainly has something here. 2 consecutive penalties. 1st and 10. Denver in Seattle territory. A little end around and a hit in the backfield, snuffed out and read perfectly. Nene Gleaves there.
Absolutely. We saw this scheme last week. What you've got is you've got a sweep to the outside, but there's no one to account for that cornerback out there, Janitra Gleaves, and she's got plenty of experience at defensive back, and she's just going to come up and tackle that. If that play's going to be successful, kid, they're going to have to move a tight end out there or get a lead blocker or something like that from a running back, because that defensive back, they're going to win that battle every time.
We'll bring up 2nd and long for Poole and company. What does the Ontario native have in store in this situation? 2 receivers up top, 1 in the backfield. Pressure comes. Poole takes off across midfield. Poole inside the 10, the 5. We will see where they mark her. Poole, what a run from the quarterback. Outstanding, flushed out of the pocket and shows off the legs, does Jessica Poole.
What an amazing display of athletic ability from number 11, Jessica Poole. She's dead in the backfield, makes a couple moves, goes all the way in for the touchdown, and this young and inexperienced Denver Rush offense has scored. And what a start to this game, kid.
That's exactly what Denver needed, a huge confidence booster. Poole takes it herself, uses the legs, all the way from her side of the field. Point after attempt. They will go for 1. The handoff, and this one lost shy of the goal line, so stuffed by the Thunder defense. And it'll stay Seattle on top, 8-6. 4:25 remaining in the 1st. So Poole takes it all the way from her side of the field for the rush touchdown, and it's a 2-point game. Chris Michelson, the head coach of Seattle, a very well-known, well-respected coach. You and I had the opportunity to speak with him earlier this week, and they have high expectations, to say the least, for their team this season. But Denver, so far, putting up a very good show on the road, are the underdogs. Matheny back to work on offense, flushed out. Matheny pulled down from behind, but a big gain on 1st down, close to 8 for the veteran QB.
Good scramble right there. You know, it looks like Matheny doesn't quite have the mobility as Jessica Poole, but it is a very functional mobility. If you can avoid a sack, that's enough.
Quarterback by the name of Tom Brady, who wasn't the best runner, but it seemed to work out, and he could make yards when he had to. First down across midfield, go the Thunder. Dominique Malloy there with the carry.
Good little fake run out to the right, but comes back in. You've got a pulling tight end around, leading the way, gets all over that linebacker. That is a perfectly executed run play.
First and 10, right at midfield. A little throwback, able to elude one. A flag comes in. A nice job getting around the initial tackler from Williams. We will see what the flag is.
Looks like it may be against Denver here.
Bria Quintana lining up. You see Quintana there.
This is another example of a missed tackle right there by number 7, Bria Quintana. Need to be a little sharper on the edges, does the Denver rush defense, because you've shown 2 quick passes out to the right side flats. You've had 2 missed tackles. If I'm head coach Chris Michelson, who also calls the play, I'm going to keep doing that until they stop it.
First and short after the penalty. And a whistle before the snap.
Chris Michelson, head coach, is all kinds of fired up. You know, he's got higher expectations than these little things that are going wrong for him, and you can see him there in the huddle. He is fired up, and he definitely expects his player, a lot of veterans, to execute at a higher level.
All right? I want the 21 give. Is that the 20? Was that the 34 give?
Yes.
Okay, let's go 21 give, coming back. Let's come back to the other side. Open up that gap. Goddamn trap. Where's the trap? Who's coming on that trap? Hit somebody.
Coach Michelson, he is fired up and trying to fire up his offense. Not pleased with some of the mental mistakes he's seen early on, uncharacteristic. Chris Michelson, coach side.
Yes, sir.
3 minutes remaining in the quarter, a back and forth affair. Seattle found the opener via Nene Gleaves. Jessica Poole with the response for Denver. The hand up right up the middle, and that is going to be up and good for the first down. A gain of 6 on 1st and 5 will bring a new set of downs for Seattle.
It's the same trap play they ran earlier in this series. Number 13, tight end Mackenzie Tolliver, wrapping around, cutting up inside to the middle linebacker, clearing the way for a really nice gain.
Line doing their work to a T. Pulse in the backfield. The Detroit native. Matheny flushed, able to set her feet, throws complete. And they're going to mark her just shy. It'll be 1st and goal. They're going to put her just about the 1.5.
A great block on the last play and a great route on this play. Mackenzie Tolliver gets all the way to the other side of the field. Easy pitch and catch from Matheny to Tolliver, setting up Seattle Thunder in extremely good position, looking for their 2nd touchdown of the game.
Tolliver, the rookie out of Montana. Coaches rave about her athleticism, great size at 5'7". An easy run in for Williams, untouched, following her blockers, and Kiara Williams on the scoreboard extends the Thunder's lead.
Let me tell you what's awesome about this kid. That is the wishbone backfield. Right there, straight from the Big 8 days, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and whatnot. 2 lead backs. It's 2-on-1. Kiara Williams plowing into the end zone. Great play, great drive, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they can go 2 for 2 on point afters as well.
That's what they expect to see from Williams, the tone setter on offense. They will go for 2. Matheny fakes the handoff, wide open, incomplete. Christine Moore, no one around her, just couldn't bring it in.
Oh my goodness. What? 99% of this play is executed to perfection. That center sneaking out. No one covering 21, Christine Moore. It's in her hands and she just drops it, and she will be kicking herself for missing that opportunity, kid.
Or the veteran, the Seattle native. Been with Coach Michelson for a long time. Took almost a decade off from the game, but is back. Large part because of the relationship that she has with her quarterback. That time a chance to get on the score sheet. Couldn't bring it in. Just an 8-point advantage. Poole. We've already seen what she can do with the legs. Again, able to make something out of nothing. Jessica Poole continues to use the legs.
It's going to be a good weapon for her tonight. Seattle's bringing plenty of pressure from all over the place. They have 5 people up in that defensive box. There's not enough people to block on the Denver line, so I think you're going to see a lot of scrambles by Jessica Poole this evening. Fortunately, so far, it looks like she's up to the task.
Lane, you and I spoke with Coach Michelson this week. He said they have to stop the run, force Poole to throw. An untested quarterback, force her to make big plays. Thus far, they've not been able to do that. 2nd and 5. A handoff and hit in the backfield for a loss. Cobra unable to slither free.
And that is Nene Gleaves again, number 7, coming unblocked in that defensive back position. Diagnoses that play almost immediately. Watch how fast she's in the backfield. What are you going to do, Cobra? Nothing. That play is dead. Great play from Gleaves.
Gleaves keeps up like that, I think they may be able to call her the mongoose.
I'm going to say she may be the Cobra so far. What a strike.
A loss of 5. 3rd and 10. Final few seconds of the first quarter. Empty backfield for Poole. Poole, pressure, just has to throw it up. It's caught. And brought down at the 16. It will not be enough for the first. As the first quarter comes to a close, it'll be 4th and 4 for Poole in Denver.
Again, you've got more people coming than they can block, and she's scrambling for her life back there.
Gleaves set the tone early on. Williams extended the lead, 14-6. Seattle on top of Denver. As we head to quarter number 2, 4th and 4 coming up for Poole in Denver. Start of quarter number 2 here at the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington. The Thunder fans, a lot to cheer about early on. The home side leading Denver 14-6. Alongside Elaine Grigg, I'm Kent McConico. Glad to have you with us. The historic inaugural year of XLeague football. Take a look at the first quarter stats.
You look at the stats, it's 36 yards for Denver, 75 for Seattle. It makes sense. Seattle's had the ball one more time. But I can promise you the score, 14-6. I can promise you that Coach Haseen is okay with that score line right now.
Right you are. Coach Michelson, probably not so much. 4th and 4 for Poole. Able to turn some of these situations in. The first down's not here. Seattle at the point of attack. And again, the Thunder getting 3 or 4 in the box, and it is tough sledding against the Seattle D.
The Seattle offense, they're just outnumbered at the point of attack. And it's really, it's a scheme that by design is going to be extremely difficult for Denver to execute properly. There's just not enough bodies over there to make those plays, to execute those. They're going to have to either move another wide receiver to get someone out of the box, or they're going to have to go to the strong side of their offensive formation.
A turnover on downs brings Matheny and her offense back to the field. The veteran out of the Buckeye State. Another coach on the field reads the game that well. 1st and 10, great field position inside Denver territory, wide open, caught by Savannah Wood. And the big tight end comes up with another big reception.
From that left tight end position, Savannah Wood just sneaking out into the left side flats. You'll see her here. There she goes. She acts like she's going to block. She moves out. Wide open. Nobody over there for Denver. And a great first down play.
Wood, another Evergreen State native out of Covington, Washington, a police officer.
Wide corner on one, ready.
Needless to say, she has a lot on her plate, as so many of these women do, and so impressive they're able to give the time to this game. Matheny, pressure coming, has a receiver, incomplete. Great work from the defensive back from Denver, able to apply the hit as Williams couldn't come up with the catch.
This is the similar look to what they ran on the point after. They sneak the center off to the right, quarterback rolls to the right, but it's a throwback to the left. That's a great job by the defensive back, staying home just like she's coached to do. Makes a heck of a play to stop a touchdown right there.
That was Tiara Romero. We mentioned her in our open. Just a rookie, but a very high ceiling for TT, the Denver product. 3rd and short. Matheny with the hand up off the middle and able to get across. We will see if a knee was down or if it is going to be a touchdown for the Thunder. Another big run right up the gut.
Janitra Gleaves just getting the ball, and boom, looks like she's exploded out of a cannon. She's onto the second level of that defense before Denver even knows what's going on. 3rd and 1. Big play, big down. I'm impressed so far with the explosiveness of number 7, Janitra Gleaves.
Coach calls her a power back, likened her to the great Earl Campbell. And if you're liking Earl Campbell, chances are if you see a defender, you're going to go right through them, never around.
If you're half Earl Campbell, you're going to be a world-class running back on any level.
The Tyler Rose, one of the greats out of the Lone Star State, and that is speaking volumes. Point after attempt, going for 2. Oh, and too much on it. The pass just a bit behind. Matheny unable to hook up with her target. Williams couldn't reach back to grab it.
Denver plays a lot of man-to-man. A good route versus man-to-man is a slant route. You can see it. It's an inside breaking route, but the quarterback just not quite on the same page. Ball a little bit behind the receiver. Good concept, just not quite executed to a high enough level.
Believes 2 of the 3 Seattle touchdowns had the opener. Finds their first here in quarter number 2. Denver, they were able to respond after conceding that opening score. They will need to do so here. Can ill afford to let this deficit grow any larger. So far, the offense for the Rush has been almost exclusively on the ground and pretty much through the legs of Poole. A handoff here on the near side across the 20, midfield, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Rush. C.J. Dunning takes it to the house.
This is going to be a, oh no, let's see what this penalty is here. And it looks like they are walking back. Oh, would this be a shame right here? A perfectly executed reverse with C.J. Dunning taking it to the house.
During the run, illegal block in the back on the offense. Number 3, that's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the enforcement, it'll be 1st and 10 for Denver.
Man, that's as bad as it gets. It's points off the board. There you can see it right there. A little bit of a push. Nothing major, but enough to knock the defender down. What a huge penalty. 10 yards backwards, and most importantly, kids, 6 points off the board.
An absolute killer momentum-wise. Dunning thought she took it to the house, but instead, a big block in the back against the Rush. How do they recover from this one? Poole under center. Another reverse, trying to get around the side, the first down, and then walloped out of bounds. What a hit by Ashley Baker.
My goodness, Ashley Baker coming for her safety position and just laying the wood right here on the running back. Good move to get around the side by Crystal Wright. Boom! Right there, blowing her up into the wall. I promise you, the next time Crystal Wright's running the ball, she's going to know where number 8 is.
Baker, the backup quarterback. She's been hit a few times on the offensive side, and that time gets a chance to do some hitting of her own as the safety. Still a gain of 6. 2nd and 4, 7:24 remaining in the first half. Poole pushed back. Poole's going to be sacked, a huge loss, brought down all the way back at her own 20.
And that's going to be inexperience showing right there from Jessica Poole. In the XLeague, you can get rid of the ball anytime you want. There is no intentional grounding or anything like that. And I'm sure that's what offensive coordinator Floyd Johnson's going to say. Hey, when you're back there scrambling and all you can see is off-color jerseys, let's get rid of that ball and let's fight another down instead of taking a monumental loss. Right now, 3rd and 19. Advantage definitely to the Thunder offense. I bet the Thunder brings 4 or 5 people on a blitz right here.
Savannah Wood with the sack. 3rd and very long. An inside handoff trying to bounce it. Will pick up about 7. But it's still going to be a long 4th down coming for Denver.
You know, a conservative play call, but what you do right here is you get it into a manageable distance for your 4th down. Inside running play, good move, good cuts back and forth. And instead of maybe risking that incomplete pass and having 4th and 19, which is just very difficult, 4th and 12, you got a fighting chance at this down. This is still a really big play right here because you'd really like to get a 1st down again. You want to keep KK Matheny off the field.
Kelly Kells getting the play call. Side in, former WNBA practice player, always a red zone target. Intercepted, picked off by the Thunder. Down to the 15 they go. Kiara Williams, already a touchdown, and now the interception puts the Thunder in business.
And that was an absolute disaster for Denver. This game's going to be tough for them, and turnovers are just going to magnify it. There's a rush. The ball's tipped a little bit. Kiara Williams just right there reading the eyes of the quarterback. Perfect line backing play. A nice return as well. And Seattle Thunder and KK Matheny are in business.
Full credit, Stacey Jackman applying the pressure. Williams in the vicinity, not the one you just want to heave it up to. 5:42 remaining in quarter number 2. 1st and 10 for KK Matheny and the Thunder. Ball at the 13. Looking for the double reverse. Here comes Williams. Able to get around one. Still on her feet. Flag comes in. Williams picks her way across for the touchdown. We will have to see what the penalty is as the flags came into the backfield. But Kiara Williams showing the incredible athleticism on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely, and this is a cool little play. It's a reverse with a little toss. Unfortunately, Kit, I think the same thing's going to happen to Seattle that just happened to Denver. I think they're going to get him with a block in the back, and I think it's coming back.
Offense, number 10. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 1st down.
Right you are, block in the back. Take another look.
You're going to see it at the top of the screen right here coming back. You can see it right there. They're going to call that the block in the back. And just like the other play, I am going to say that that did make a difference. She probably doesn't score without that block.
Savannah Wood, the block in the back, brings this one. What would have been 6 points. Instead, 1st and 15. Coach Michelson, he's going to have a few words about that one. I've seen some mental errors from both of these sides. Again, just their first game of the season, so some of those to be expected. No doubt both coaches want those cleaned up as quickly as possible. Malloy in motion. Here comes a flag again in the backfield as Holst runs it up the middle. More dirty laundry on the field.
Offense had 2 players moving. One did not get reset. That's an illegal shift penalty. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
And Chris Michelson's going to blow a gasket here. A lot of little simple procedure penalties. Some offsides on the defense. 2 players moving at the same time. It is the first game of the season, kid, I understand, but Chris Michelson has extremely high expectations, and he will not be pleased.
I hope somebody's got a blood pressure cuff somewhere nearby. Coach may need that one.
I-22 stagger, 43 track show, high cross, 39 ISO, Z
Clock continuing to tick down, just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Seattle got things started, and Nene Gleaves touchdown, and then Poole responded. It has been the Thunder ever since, complete inside the 20. Mackenzie Tolliver with the reception.
Mackenzie Tolliver showing to be an early favorite target from KK Matheny. Again, coming out of that tight end, you've got a lot of crossing. She's the third crosser all the way. That's a really long developing play. Great job by the offensive line of Seattle, giving KK Matheny that much time to throw a very slow developing pass route.
Tolliver, the rookie out of Billings, Montana. Brought down by the star rookie quarterback, Romero. Second and long, Matheny underneath, has her target and slips. Nene Gleaves, already seen what she can do, ball in hand, just couldn't get away from the turf monster.
Hey, watch this is pretty cool. Watch this throwing angle right here from Matheny. She doesn't have overhand, so she kind of side arms it out there to get it out in front of the receiver Gleaves so she can get that ball on target. That's a really nice throw, kind of an improvisation, the kind of stuff you expect from a veteran quarterback like KK Matheny.
Something you see from Patrick Mahomes, among others.
Exactly
those
what I was
numerous angles that he's able to get the ball out. So impressive. Matheny, a veteran, and you see that ability. The handoff inside the 10 and brought down just shy of the 5. Dominique Malloy on the carry.
Dominique Malloy is going to be on the carry, but watch this great block coming right there. You could barely see it in the screen. Anytime a running back has a long run, chances are pretty good a receiver's downfield doing the dirty work. That was a perfect example of that on that play.
You as a former defensive lineman, I'm pretty sure that you giving credit to offensive linemen is few and far between, so we'll have to mark the tape on that one. Timeout taken by the Thunder. 3:06 remaining in quarter number 2. It'll be 4th and 3 for Michelson and company. What do they draw up in this situation? Again, the inaugural year of XLeague football. So glad to be a part of it. The empowerment of women, opening up America's #1 sport to millions of women across the country. Future generations now an opportunity to play this game at the highest level.
25 sweep. All right, 26 sweep. No, let's go left side. Let's go left. I want you to run the jet 37.
No, it was my bad. We were set up wrong, so then I just ran it 36.
Okay.
Delane, you as a longtime player and coach.
Listen up.
4th and 3.
The 25 sweep. Twins left tight, 25 sweep. We need 3 yards, guys. Block your asses off. We need the 3 yards.
What's coming up?
Well, I think on 4th and 3, I think you've pretty much got whatever you want to do. It seems like Seattle's got 3 yards on a run anytime they want it. And they got either of the tight ends out in the flats anytime you want it. They get that wishbone. It looks like it's been their favorite short yardage formation so far. They've run a double lead block to the left for a touchdown. They snuck the center out of the wishbone to the right side for the point after. So let's see if he doesn't go wishbone right here.
Matheny under center, one in the backfield, a pitch to Gleaves. Gleaves takes it in for the touchdown. 4th and 3, Nene Gleaves takes it to the house. Her 3rd touchdown in the first half.
What a great first half. 3 touchdowns already. Fantastic block by number 44, Savannah Wood, leading the way. Wide open, pretty much untouched into the end zone, and it has been a spectacular first half for Janitra Gleaves.
Denver, they were able to respond after conceding that opening touchdown to Gleaves and the Thunder. They have not been able to find points since very early on. And Poole took it a good 30 yards. And the offense will have to find something here with just 3 minutes remaining in the half. 2-point attempt, the stiff arm from Malloy. Make it 28-6 Seattle.
Impressive run right here. You got another wide open player missing a tackle. That's number 7, Ria Quintana. That's the 3rd time I've seen a missed tackle from this Denver Rush offense really hurt. Of course, any missed tackle is going to hurt. Any missed tackle that leads to a scoring play, we've seen 2 of those so far. Well, that's just going to hurt even more, Kit.
Boy, the Nevada native shows off her speed. This is a huge series for Denver and Poole. They need points before half. Again, they elect to keep it on the ground, and again, nowhere to go. A wall of black and green, the Thunder right there.
It's in the first half, but right now I'm going to start looking for Janitra Gleaves maybe to get MVP in this game right here. Look at that play, driving her into the wall for no gain. She is having quite a night.
Gleaves showing out on both sides of the ball is the Tennessee native. 2nd and 10. Poole drops back, throws this one up, intercepted. Picked off by the Thunder, threw it into traffic, and Ashley Baker comes down with the INT.
Ashley Baker with a bone-crushing tackle earlier, and now her first interception of the season. Again, an ill-advised pass by Jessica Poole. She's being rushed. Watch her throw off her back foot. Anytime you can't step into that throw, there's not going to be the zip on it, and those D-backs are going to be lifting their chops.
And Baker, the backup quarterback, but she is showing her defensive prowess in this one, lowering the boom earlier. They know all about it here in the land of the Legion of Boom. Then the interception from number 8 in black. Instead of Denver marching down the field before half, it's going to be Matheny and Seattle with another opportunity to extend the lead before the break. Handoff to Williams around the side, inside the 10. Williams able to get to the 6, where she's finally brought to ground.
Got a little bit of a fly sweep look around the left side, Kiara Williams, and that cornerback over there, Maddie Friedman from Denver, when she sees that run, you got to come up and you got to attack that like a missile, or they're going to have big plays all night going around the edge.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 28-6, Seattle in control. John Haseen, first-year head coach of the ladies from the Mile High City. Looking on, it has been a tough first half for his side. 2 minutes remaining, and Seattle a chance to add to this 28-6 lead. Matheny complete for the touchdown. Bobbled but held on to. Kiara Williams with her 2nd.
Good little concept here versus man-to-man defense. You're stacking the wide receivers. One runs deep, one comes off. And that's going to be another touchdown pass for KK Matheny to a wide open Dominique Malloy.
Yeah, apologies there. That was number 3. Dominique Malloy with her first touchdown. Malloy, we've seen her on the ground, a weapon in the run game, shows off the hands there. And this offense for Seattle just clicking on all cylinders. They will go for 2, as they are wont to do. A little pitch outside, Gleaves in for the 2-point conversion. It's 36-6 Seattle.
And it is all too easy for Seattle Thunder so far in this first half. Denver just doesn't have an answer on their defense. Seattle is out hitting them, they're out physicaling them, and if you're losing that physical battle, there's nothing that Coach John Haseen can do. If you're getting out hit, there's really, you're just out of options. You can't blitz if you're getting out hit. You can't cover. You can't do anything. Need some sort of fire-up speech at halftime.
Look at those stats from Nene Gleaves. 3 rushes, 3 touchdowns.
Hopefully for Denver, she doesn't get the ball many more times this game.
Denver trying to find something. Again to the air they go, complete. CJ Dunning with the reception up across midfield. And we've seen Dunning before, had a great run. It was a touchdown called back for a block in the back, but See if the rush should be more served to go to 44.
We were talking about this at break, that I think what needs to happen for Denver is some short passes and maybe not trying that home run ball all the time. Especially, they're going to bring 3 players every time for Seattle. You got to get rid of the ball quick.
1st and 10 in Seattle territory. This one bobbled in the backfield, ball on the turf, and the Thunder have it.
Boy, that is a nail in the coffin right there for Denver. You finally had a 1st down, you had some positive things happen, and it's just not a clean exchange between Poole and Crystal Wright. And the worst thing that could happen has happened. You've got Seattle Thunder, you've got Matheny, you've got Cleaves, you've got Williams back on the field with plenty of time left to score in this 1st half.
Lane, just when it looked like Denver had a bit of momentum, they were going forward, had the 1st down in Seattle territory. That is an absolute killer momentum-wise. Matheny, we know it takes her no time whatsoever to get that ball into the end zone for Seattle. Minute 38 remaining in quarter number 2. Matheny out of the shotgun. To the air, this one knocked away. Maybe fortunate that one wasn't intercepted.
I think she may have gotten one away with one right here. This is number 21, Amika. Good coverage, turning around. That ball's right there. That little spin she does when she loses the ball just for a millisecond in the air, it sneaks up onto her pretty quick. She can't quite bring it in for what would have been a really big play to get the ball back for Denver.
Fioma Amika, the Seattle native, former U.S. Air Force Academy basketball player, back in her hometown. 2nd and 10, Matheny looking for the home run ball. A flag comes in late, and that is going to be against Denver.
This is going to be pass interference all the way, and not a difficult call at all for these referees. Maybe pass interference, they may call it holding, but this is going to be an easy call right here.
While the ball is in the air, pass interference, defense number 23. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, results in an automatic 1st down.
It may have been one of those situations where Tierra Romero, number 23, thought it was best to get the penalty rather than give up the touchdown, but that's an easy call.
Romero, the talented rookie. It has been a tough 1st half, and again, we mentioned this Denver side, the inexperienced 15 first-year players. We're really starting to see some of that come to light as we get closer to halftime.
Absolutely, that'll put some gray hair on you as a coach to have that many rookies out there. Lots of talent, but the experience, they're just going to be short.
No substitute for live action. Matheny holds it, a little pitch. Pulse picks her way down to the 5-yard line.
This is a really good tackle right here by Fioma Amika, staying at home for a defensive end spot. A little misdirection, little shovel pass right there. Fighting off a block, fighting off a hold, and making a really good play on defense.
Coach Yassine raves about Amika, says she is one to watch for the future, but again, just a rookie. So many first-year players for Denver getting their 1st live action tonight. Matheny has Williams in motion, instead goes to Gleaves. Why not? And Gleaves makes it touchdown number 4.
Take a bow. What a 1st half performance. Little power play off the side. Wide receiver coming in. She's got a convoy in front of her. Dominique Malloy, Mackenzie Tolliver leading the way right there, both picking up blocks and getting into the end zone for, yes, you heard it correctly, touchdown number 4. That's 2 or 3 games worth of work for a lot of people. Nope, that's just the 1st half for Janitra Gleaves.
Nene Gleaves, the former Vanderbilt University track star, and you combine that kind of speed with the power she has, that is a potent combination, my friend. Going for 2 again, bounces it outside, does Malloy, and in for the 2-point conversion. 44-6, Seattle on top.
talking to Chris Mickelson on Tuesday, we asked for a description of Dominique Malloy. He said exceptional speed. There it is right there, just running right around Bria Quintana for the point after attempt. And it is all coming up trumps for Seattle Thunder so far in this first half. 44 points in one half of football. That is something else.
In Lane, 30 of those points for Seattle have come in the second quarter. Remember, it was 14-6 at the end of the first quarter. Denver was into this one, but then Seattle, they came out on fire into the second quarter, and they have not let up.
Kid, in the NBA, you're happy to score 30 points in a quarter.
You're open.
Coach Michelson, we saw him earlier. He had some things to, well, he was less than pleased about. Those have been cleaned up, and I think Coach Michelson, he is, if he can be pleased, he certainly is with what this second quarter showing has been from his Thunder.
Okay, I know that play right there. It didn't go for a long gain, but I think that's what you need for Jessica Poole. Get her some passes she could complete where she's not running for her life back there. Let her build her way into this position.
Make sure you throw it. I don't want to have to call that a fumble. Incomplete pass.
Poole there downing the ball to stop the clock. 15 seconds remaining. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Denver.
I'd still like to see a short pass here to get a first down, and then maybe on that last play of the half, let's go deep. But I still like this idea of let's get some passes completed and let's get confidence, because that Denver sideline really needs something positive to happen right here at the end of the first half.
What has John has seen to dial up in this situation? Empty backfield, pressure coming from Jackman. But Austin, incredibly impressive as Seattle is here at home tonight.
Stay back, Danny.
Final play of the first half. Poole takes to the air, complete, but then brought down. The tackle from Savannah Wood will bring the first half to a close. Seattle on top, 44-6. A 30-0 scoreline for the Thunder in the second quarter has put them in a great place going into the half. Seattle on top of Denver, 44-6 at half.
Change it around. It's the half. They did it, we can do it. Okay? We need about 2-3 touchdowns to get back up in this shit. All right? When you see we can make it happen, we're just making mistakes. Okay? We're dropping the ball. We're being too nervous. It's our first game. Okay? It's halftime now. Let's get some juice in us and let's relax. Let's start over. Okay? Let's get it. Okay?
Live listening, John has seen in the Denver locker room. They trail Seattle 44-6 at halftime. Impressive first half from the home team, Seattle. They got started. Nene Gleaves, 4 touchdowns in half number 1. Kiara Williams added 2 of her own. The lone bright spot, it came from the rookie quarterback Jessica Poole. Took it all the way from her side of the field for the touchdown. But it was a second quarter dominated by Seattle, outscoring Denver 30-0 in half number 2. The defense came up aces. The pressure on Poole forced the interception. As Williams, a massive factor for the Thunder on both sides of the ball. Gleaves again, 4 touchdowns in the first half. A pair of interceptions for Seattle. Denver, they're going to have to get something going on offense. And Seattle, everything going their way. The combination of Gleaves and Williams combining again for 6 touchdowns. The two-headed monster, outstanding work. And look at Seattle. Take a look at the halftime stats.
When you see a lopsided scoreline, you expect to see lopsided stats, Kit, and that's exactly what you have. I think the only thing Coach Michelson will be disappointed on, they're not showing up in the stats right here, would be the penalties that his team had in the first half. He's definitely want to get that cleaned up, and he's looking for perfect execution in this second half.
13 first downs, forced 3 turnovers, and 2 sacks and countless pressures of Denver's quarterback, Jessica Poole. Ready to get underway. Second half, seconds away. Seattle looking to pick right up where they left off into the first. Got to listen into their locker room. Kiara Williams commandeering the crowd, and exactly what you expected. To take a look at those first half stats from Poole. Again, that 1 rushing touchdown, the bright spot, but the 2 interceptions and just 38 yards through the air.
Yeah, I think they need to put her in better positions to be successful with short passes here.
First and 10, Poole will take off. The design quarterback run. Poole for the first down, just shy of midfield.
And Kit, what was the best play for Denver Rush in the first half? That long scramble, the only score from Denver so far. Nice play call, starting it off with a little quarterback draw right up the middle. There's no questions, Jessica Poole, she's got the speed and the athletic ability. See if they don't go to her a little more in this second half, just on the straight, pure run.
Like the play calling earlier from the offensive coordinator, Floyd Johnson. Coach Oseen has said he puts a lot of faith in his coordinators, Damon Jackson, the DC. What adjustments were they able to make at half? First and 10, Poole drops back to the air, complete. It will be a gain of close to 5, and a great start to half number 2 for Denver.
Absolutely. The run game first, and now we got a short pass. The offensive line does a pretty good job right here. You got 2 people picked up pretty well. A nice safe pass out to the flats. Good hit right there by Kiara Williams. But it's a great play. 4 yards. I know it's not a touchdown, but you get 4 yards of play, you're going to get to a touchdown eventually, Kit.
All about making those incremental gains. You don't want to get in 3rd and long. That was too often the case for Denver in the first half. They put themselves in a good situation here. 2nd and 6. Poole again drops, complete. First down, Denver across the 10, the 5, touchdown rush. Ifeoma Amika takes it in for Denver, and what a start here in the 3rd quarter.
Here you go. You've run the ball, you've got short passes, and look what's happened. You get Amika on a short pass. She's an athlete, 1 missed tackle, and she's off to the races. And then the desire to finish off with the touchdown. The score's pretty lopsided, Kit, but if they can stick to the simple runs and the simple passes, I don't see why Denver can't score plenty more touchdowns in this game.
Again, Amika, Seattle native, back in front of friends and family cheering her on. Denver going for 2. Poole almost picked off. And who else but Kiara Williams? And where the ball is, number 1 is soon to follow.
Kiara Williams reading Jessica Poole's eyes all the way on this point after attempt. Lucky that that's not picked off and taken the other way for 2 points, but still, boy, they needed that. Denver needed something positive, needed that touchdown on that opening drive to give themselves some belief. Let's see if the Denver Rush defense can answer the bell like their offense did coming out of halftime.
KK Matheny, look at that, 7 of 10, 54 yards, just the 1 touchdown because, well, the other 5 came on the ground.
I think KK Matheny's fine with that stat line if she gets the one that matters at the end, the W.
Like all good quarterbacks, that is the only stat they really care about. A run on first down, Holtz, a big gain, picks up 8. It'll make it 2nd and short.
Nice little run right up the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle played it pretty close to the vest in this second half. They don't want to reveal too much to their next opponent, Chicago.
That's a great point. Matheny dropping back, plenty of time. Great protection for Matheny. Here to the near side, complete. A 1st and goal for Seattle. Matheny all kinds of time and able to link up with Tolliver, quickly becoming one of her favorite targets.
Boy, Kit, you called it all kinds of time, and you just can't ask a defensive back to cover for that long. That's a great job. Number 21, Christine Moore, blocking from the center position. And Matheny's got all day to throw, and you give a veteran like that much time, and she is going to find out where to put that football.
Michelson saying Moore is an anchor at center, and that is what you want in that position. Somebody to hold the line down. Moore doing just that. First and goal, Matheny to throw, too tall for Williams.
You've got good pressure up the middle right here that makes Matheny roll to her left. As a right-handed quarterback, rolling to the left and throwing back across your body to the middle of field. That's a hard throw for any quarterback that's ever played. That pressure is what turned that play, just made it go south from the start. Good job by Denver.
If Denver's defense can flex their muscle, keep an eye on Gleaves. Already 4 touchdowns for number 7. Can she make it 5? Gleaves with the pitch. Gleaves to the 5. The second effort across and in. Nene Gleaves, her 5th touchdown of the ball game.
My goodness, 5 touchdowns in one ball game. A little sweep off the left side, and another impressive run for Janitra Gleaves. And what a night, 5 individual touchdowns. Here she is running downhill the whole way, an arm tackle, and you are not going to stop the power back like Janitra Gleaves with any sort of an arm tackle. You better wrap her up or she's gonna run, run, run. And I wouldn't bet against her for touchdown number 6 this evening.
5 carries, 5 touchdowns for Gleaves. Little sidearm throw complete to Tolliver with a 2-point conversion. 52-12, Seattle. After conceding the first points in the second half, the touchdown to E. Amika, the Thunder marched right down the field with an immediate response. Poole late out to it, getting some last words of instruction from Coach Haseen, and they will not get the snap off in time. A big mistake from Denver.
Really odd right there. I wonder if there was some sort of equipment malfunction or something along those lines. You know, after a touchdown, your offense is coming back, and Jessica Poole does not play defense, so maybe it was a conversation that just took a little bit too long, but that is an unforced error on the part of the Denver rush.
Makes it 1st and 15, a ball at Denver's 5. Poole out of her own end zone, incomplete. Looking for Bria Quintana.
Good job just getting rid of the ball right there. It looked like that might have ended up in a safety. She was back there for an awfully long time looking for a receiver, but did a good job of getting rid of the ball. We saw her take that huge sack in the first half. We were talking about let's just get rid of the ball. That's even more important when it could be a safety right here. But there's going to be plenty of pressure on her, an unblocked defender right there. Good job getting rid of that pass and not giving up the 2-point safety.
Again, the pressure there. Mary Barillas, the Kennewick native, providing it. Seattle starting to get deeper into that bench. Empty backfield for Poole. Poole brought down. It's going to be a loss, and that is going to bring up 3rd and long.
Again, just a never-ending rush from the Seattle Thunder defense. Poole just can't get away. There's just really not much she can do. It's a high snap to start. They're rushing 3. They're only blocking 2. There's not much your quarterback can do. Got to get rid of the ball quicker. Again, they had that nice quarterback draw on the first play coming out of halftime. Maybe get her involved in the run game directly.
The beast, number 99, Mary Barillas leading the way again. Here she comes to the air and almost picked off by Baker. 4th and 18 for Denver.
Now Denver can punt in this situation. We'll see what they do. Great pressure again by that front 3 from Seattle, and they were locked up in solid man-to-man coverage all the way across the field. on the back end. I am more and more impressed with Seattle Thunder on both sides of the ball after every snap, kid. This is a good football team.
Willis has come in, and Coach Michelson singing the praises of his rookie, says she's very raw but can do a lot of damage, and we've seen it in the last 2 snaps. 4th and 18. The throw incomplete. Quintana unable to reach back, couldn't come up with it. And it's going to be a turnover on downs in a very short field for the Thunder.
And it is. It's a turnover on downs, but right now what you're trying to do, if your coach is seeing, you're trying to figure out what your team can and can't do. Maybe you don't come back and win this game. It's pretty lopsided, but you've still got another game coming on down the road. You've got to get your quarterback experience in these situations, so why not go for it on 4th down and see if you can get this quarterback in a 4th and long situation, because he's going to have to face one again at some point this year.
Yeah, you said it, Denver. They will be at home in Week 6 hosting Atlanta. They're at the Budweiser Event Center in Loveland. Certainly a lot remaining in this one. 3:47 in the third and an entire 4th quarter to play, so a lot for the Rush to build upon. Matheny comes in after the turnover on downs. 1st and goal, little pitch back to Hulse. Brings it in for her first touchdown of the night.
And number 2, Nicole Hulse getting in on the touchdown action right here. Again, another sweet play off the left and pretty much untouched all the way into the end zone. Just plowing holes, this Seattle Thunder offensive line. Defensive line from Seattle just absolutely dominating their Denver Rush counterparts so far this evening.
Hulse, second-year player out of Detroit, diminutive in size at just 5 foot, 110 pounds, but you see the power. Sometimes the smaller runners the most difficult to bring down. 2-point attempt, handoff. Malloy bounces it outside. A cross and in. Seattle just continues with the onslaught. 3:41 remaining in the third. Seattle in control, 59-12. The Thunder over the Rush. Welcome back to the Acesso Shorewear Center in Kent, Washington. Beautiful Pacific Northwest, but Seattle not being very kind hosts, and they are all over Denver, 59-12, just over 3.5 remaining in the third. Alongside Elaine Grigg, I'm Kent McConico as Bria Quintana comes up with a big reception. And really, Elaine, as you and I were speaking about, it's about one play at a time. As cliche as that is, that's what the Rush need to do.
Exactly. This is a really good play from Poole here. Look at how many receivers she checks. She checks 2 or 3 and then goes ahead and gets it to Quintana on her 3rd read. That's a really veteran play from a young quarterback.
It brings up 2nd and short, a gain of 8, puts themselves ahead of the chains.
Let's see a run up the middle right here. Something simple.
Clock ticking down, it will be a handoff, and as you requested, the run up the middle. Will it be enough? It is going to be close to the 1st down marker. I believe it is going to be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, a clock continuing to tick down, and a sense of urgency now on the part of the Rush.
And I like that play call. Let's keep it simple. Let's figure out something you can do, and let's keep doing that for the rest of the game. That's going to build confidence, and Denver needs that. They need something. They need something that they can feel good about after this contest.
Again, they will be in action in Week 6 at home, hosting Atlanta, trying to have some positives to bring away from this one. And here's one across midfield and up just shy of the 1st down, a gain of 9. Maddie Freeman with the carry.
Good play right here, some speed. You know, sometimes football is a pretty simple game. Let's get the ball to the best athletes you got, and that's number 3, Crystal Wright, going around the edge right there. And if she can run that fast, you know, we're talking about what can we do to be successful. Let's find a way to get the speedster into the game.
Apologies, misspoke. Wright, the Colorado Springs native, Coach raves about her speed, and that is exactly where you want her to get involved. The gain of 7 makes it 2nd and 3. Poole drops back. Little throw underneath, intercepted. Picked off by Baker. Baker still on her feet, muscles through a tackle, and finally brought down after the interception. Ashley Baker showing out on defense.
That's going to be Ashley Baker's 2nd interception on the night. She is proving to be an extremely valuable member of this Seattle Thunder defensive backfield. Ball is going to be underthrown again. I think we'll see that's going to be thrown off the back foot of Jessica Poole. Anytime you don't step into that throw, it doesn't have the zip on it. She's not stepping into that throw. She's stepping laterally. It's not going to have the velocity. And when you're playing against defensive backs that can break on a ball quickly, they're going to come up with interceptions more often than not. That's going to be something that Coach Floyd Johnson is going to have to correct in Jessica Poole's throwing motion. She's going to have to start stepping towards the target.
Holtz able to spin down to the 5. Cole Holtz starting to get a bulk of the carries here in the second half. We saw that two-headed monster of Williams and Gleaves combined for 6 touchdowns in half number 1. With them getting a bit of a rest as Holtz starts to get more involved as the primary ball carrier.
Good to see Gleaves getting some other people a chance to spread the wealth a little bit. You've got 5 touchdowns, no reason to be terribly greedy. Let's get your teammates involved as well.
I think Kiara Williams is saying, I need at least 3 more touches. That is the kind of camaraderie / one-upsmanship you so often see from running backs. Oh, what a move! Bounces it outside. Danielle Pacheco with her first touchdown. What a run from 2-3 in black.
Coach Michelson said Danielle Pacheco was a raw athlete, not a lot of experience, but could do some things that were special. This move right here is something special. Sticks that left foot in the ground. She's headed straight up the middle, jams that foot in the ground, breaks it outside, and it's another touchdown for Seattle.
Danny Pacheco, the rookie out of Midland, Michigan. Serving in the military. He's actually recruited by Vanetta Gooden, another military member. Matheny going for 2. Matheny directing traffic and has her target, Holtz. What a play from KK Matheny. Had the wherewithal to know she had enough time to direct Holtz into an open space and then fires a bullet on the 2-point.
Seattle lines up in a similar formation as they did in an earlier PAT with stacked receivers all the way to the right. It's not there, but a veteran quarterback pointing out directions to Nicole Holtz, who does a good job giving her quarterback her eyes. That's that communication between the two of them. Hey, I'm here, I'm looking, we're on the same page. And KK Matheny delivers. Great job between the two of them.
Look at the stats at half. They were not mind-blowing for Matheny, but when you have running backs like Gleaves and Williams, you let them to do the bulk of the work. Good quarterbacks, that is what they do. They let the good players get involved. Matheny showing that high veteran IQ.
And Matheny, she did have a 70% completion rate at half. So
right you are.
Maybe not the yardage, but definitely the accuracy.
This one almost picked off, batted away by Pacheco.
This is fundamental man-to-man defense by Danielle Pacheco, reaching through with the backside arm to knock down the pass. You'll see it, here she comes from her defensive back position. Watch her throw this backside arm in. Oh, not gonna quite see it.
And a run as they will get up to midfield. Will Quintana as the third quarter comes to a close. Seattle leading Denver 67-12. The Thunder putting on a show at home. The fourth quarter coming up. Rookie quarterback Jessica Poole. It has been a tough evening. Again, takes to the air and is complete first down. A big throw from Poole, able to link up with Crystal Wright.
And there's the speedster, Crystal Wright again, saw her going around a sweep to the left, all the way across the field, and that's a pretty good ball right there. Leading her wide receiver to where she can get it. Again, let's get the fast people involved into this offense.
1st and 10, Denver. We've seen some bright spots from John Hassein's side. Ooh. A touchdown rushing, one through the air as well. We'll hand this one off, right around the corner, right to the 5, and in for the touchdown. Denver. A beautiful call, and Wright shows off the wheels.
Again, good coaching for Floyd Johnson. You've got a hot player that's showing she's more than Seattle can handle. Crystal Wright around the left edge, showing some strong desire to get into the end zone again. There's little flashes of brilliance here and there from this Denver Rush team. If they could just string more of these plays together, we'll see what can happen.
Wright, her first touchdown of the night. 2-point attempt coming for Poole. Poole, the keeper, bounces it outside. Poole rocked at the goal line, but able to get across. The former hockey player weathers the hit and bounces in for the extra 2.
And by my notes, Jessica Poole has 3 designed quarterback runs so far, not scrambles, designed runs, and she's been successful on all of them. I mean, right there, she is the hammer delivering the boom. Watch this. Oh, look at that head snap back. Number 33, Jamelia Adams, is no match for Poole going in for the PAT. A little spunk shown by the first-year quarterback. You said it, former hockey player, and we know they're tough.
Chris Michelson, always coaching, is the head man of the Seattle Thunder. One of the most respected coaches in XLeague. He is full of fire, and even with this big lead, finds something he wants to make sure his team is getting right. You've got to tip your cap to that. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Seattle in control. But that being said, Lane, give credit to Denver. We've seen some bright spots, and they continue to battle.
And I think that's a really important thing you said right there. They have not quit. They continue to battle. A little bit of a student body right to Hulse on that play. But Denver's definitely not quitting.
First down for Matheny. Again, takes to the air, has Hulse, made the catch, a knee on the turf, and they will mark her down at the 23.
Kid, I think I spotted a penalty on this play. I think the ref dropped a flag. But yeah, as soon as she caught the ball, Hulse's knee was on the ground, and it does look like they're talking about some laundry on the field here.
Let's see if they're going to wave this one off.
Okay. Number 7.
Jeff Sidoris, our head referee for tonight.
Illegal defense, number 7 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Unfortunately for Denver, that is not the first time that has happened, and not the first time it has been Bria Quintana. Makes it 1st and 5. Another inside a handoff, Hulse. And another flag comes out.
The last time they dropped it there on the last play, it was an illegal defense. Let's see if it's the same thing again. They seem to have trouble getting lined up on Denver's side of the ball. Let's see what they have to say here, kid.
Illegal defense lining up inside the neutral zone. Number 11, defense. 5-yard penalty. Yardage results in a first down.
You got to be 3 yards off the ball. That's pretty easy. Let's just get lined up another yard back, and you got it, Denver.
Matheny doesn't need any help, but right now that is exactly what Denver is giving her. Again, what? Oh, thought that was going to be a spectacular reception. Hulse just couldn't hold on.
That was an absolute rocket from KK Matheny to Hulse. In front of her, pretty good ball right here. Great effort, and just not quite able to come up with the play right there.
That's one you wonder if Hulse would have just kept running instead of trying to make the diving catch, if she would have been able to come up with it.
I got it.
You want that diving catch to be your last option. You want to catch the ball by running your feet, not by leaving your feet.
Under 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2nd and 10. Matheny getting her offense set. Baker in motion. A little pitch to Holst again across the 15. A little shimmy. And down to the 12. As we said, it was Gleaves and Williams in the first half. It has been Nicole Holst here in the second. A three-headed monster, a trio of talented backs for Seattle.
Watch this move right here. Whoop! Little in, little out. Didn't get too many yards after that move, but still an ankle breaker right there. Nice athletic ability from number 2, Nicole Holst. 5 foot tall. She plays bigger than that. She's shifty. She's hard to bring down.
3rd and 3. Empty backfield for Matheny. A little pitch underneath. It'll be good for the first down. And all the way to the 6, 1st and goal. As you see, starting to get some new faces involved in offense are the Thunder.
This is going to be Mackenzie Tolliver getting a little shovel pass, cutting it upfield. What a great block. That's number 8, Ashley Baker, knocking the Denver Rush defender on her back.
Twins right tight, flood.
They still prove to be the most physical team on the field tonight, does Seattle.
Come on, baby.
Mitch Michelson raving about the athleticism of Tolliver, and we've seen her as a weapon in numerous ways offensively. And Matheny, plenty of time, has her target complete to Savannah Wood for the touchdown.
Savannah Wood's done a lot of good work catching the ball and blocking. Really kind of an unsung player tonight, but she's really good. Sneaks out across the field on a delayed route for a touchdown, and she deserves it. She's done plenty of the dirty work. Good job for her to get a touchdown. Nice to see players get rewarded like that.
And Coach is saying Wood has had a huge jump in confidence this preseason. Things are really starting to click for the former college soccer player. 2-point attempt, Matheny, the handoff to Malloy. Malloy follows her blocker, let Baker do her job, and in to make it 75-20 Seattle.
And this is great blocking by the 2 lead backs. You can see number 2 Holst picking up a great block, sealing it right there. Number 8 Baker, 2 interceptions and a great block right there on offense, helping her teammate Dominique Malloy get in for another point after attempt by this red-hot Seattle Thunder offense.
What an impressive performance tonight from the home team in front of the fans. They are already looking ahead, no doubt, to the playoffs and possibly even that X Cup. Will be the 10th of September down in Austin, Texas. Austin hoping that they will be there as well. So far, Austin and Seattle, the 2 best teams we've seen. A nice run on first down, a pickup of 6 for the Cobra, Corey Hardaway.
I agree. We had Austin last week, and they were a pretty impressive team. I was also impressed with that opening week contest, 40-34, Chicago versus Kansas City, but we know that was Atlanta as well. But both those teams had some explosive on offense. That rookie quarterback, Stephanie Raymond, with a big game. I could see those teams factoring in to the playoffs as well.
Incomplete, pressure in the face of Poole, and for Atlanta, that was essentially a warm-up, an exhibition game that did not count in the standings. And Dane Robinson's side, incredibly impressive. A lot of veteran players on that team as well.
Absolutely. Now they're going to have a new quarterback who wasn't able to play in that opening game when they were disguised as Kansas City, but they still look pretty good. Chicago's got the tight end, Afezakai, who's 6'1" and a player. A lot of weapons on both those teams.
And Julia Afezakai, a jump ball target if there ever was one. Poole, complete, able to hold on, first down and more. Across the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Crystal Wright in Denver.
And I think if you're moving forward here for Coach Yassine, whatever you're going to do in the offense, it's going to need to involve number 3, Crystal Wright. She has been the brightest star so far tonight. for the Denver Rush. That's good defense. That's a good pass by Poole, and a good block right there from number 44, C.J. Dunning. But the explosive speed of Crystal Wright gets it all the way to the end zone. And we've said it in this broadcast, Kit, there are flashes of brilliance, and there are some positive things happening for Denver Rush. If they can string more of that together, they're going to be an okay club.
You said it, explosive speed. That's exactly what Coach Yassine had to say. Met in the backfield, Kiara Williams with the hit. Excuse me, that's Nene Gleaves. And those two, number 1 and 7, I won't say they're interchangeable, but they have both been huge factors on both sides of the ball.
Nene Gleaves getting upset that they quit giving her the ball for touchdowns, so she's going to go ahead and take it out on the Denver Rush offensive player. And a great physical stop by Janitra Gleaves on the PAT.
Gleaves with 5 touchdowns. Had 4 in the first half. Coach Yassine, as you said, feeling that he will get number 3, Crystal Wright, more involved in that offense as much as he possibly can, because she has been a bright spot for Denver.
10 of 15 for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. An excellent performance, solid to say the least, from veteran KK Matheny.
No interception. She has been as solid as they come, and that's what you'd expect. Holt's able to spin through an arm tackle. Gain. Big gain, I should say. Picks up a new set of downs, and the clock continues to tick.
We were talking about that offense needs to maybe go through Crystal Wright moving into the future. I've seen a lot of arm tackles from Denver, and I think something they're going to want to work on before their next game is let's get to the more physical tackling rather than just kind of grabbing at people. Find some way to just get a little more headhunter attitude on that defense.
Matheny complete to Tolliver for the first. Mackenzie Tolliver, one of the unsung heroes, the rookie tight end. She's had an outstanding performance as well. Matheny continues, lofts this one up right into the hands of her target. What a beautiful ball to Holtz.
Now this is going to be a screen pass, and y'all need to understand how hard it is to concentrate on this ball. That ball's floating. Everyone on Denver is running at you as hard as you can, and chances are better than average that you're going to get popped when a ball is floating in the air like that. Nicole Holtz concentrates that ball all the way into her hands. That plays a lot harder than you think it is, Kit.
And the touch on that ball, she put it on a dime. First and goal, Seattle. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Matheny scrambling, buying time, and Matheny will be brought down, sacked by Brittany Jones.
Brittany Jones coming in for that nose position. That's going to be the first sack tonight for this Denver Rush offense. Good move right there, never giving up on the play, coming all the way from that left side. And a good bright spot of the defense so far tonight. Number 88 with the first sack of the game for the Denver Rush.
Jones, an absolute powerhouse at the nose, and you saw her there instantaneously into the backfield.
45 plus, I-35 lead on one, ready. 45 plus, 35 lead.
Still.
Okay, just stay there.
Matheny with the opportunity. Second and goal, clock ticking down. Just over 2 minutes. Handoff to Malloy. Malloy across the 5, still on her feet. Picks up a few after contact and down to the 3.
You could hear the play call from the huddle, 45 blasts. That's going to be 2 lead blockers and get it to Dominique Malloy running hard off the left side.
2 minutes remaining. Seattle leading Denver 76-26. Holtz and Matheny making it first and goal. Janitra Gleaves, the Nolensville, Tennessee product, former Vanderbilt University track star. She has been putting on a show tonight. 6 tackles, but I think it's the 5 touchdowns that are really the headliner.
Oh my goodness, 5 rushes, 5 touchdowns. a touchdown every single time she touches the ball. She's fast, she's physical, she's got a little wiggle. What a fantastic day at the office for Nene Gleaves.
And you talk about a deep running back stable. What a core they have. Kiara Williams, 2 touchdowns as well. And we've seen Nicole Hulse here in the second half. She has a touchdown and has some big carries. There may be no team deeper at running back in the league than Seattle.
They are definitely spoiled for choice when it comes to running the football.
Most teams are happy to have 1 good back, let alone 2. The Thunder, they have 3. Matheny directing traffic, throws to the near side, wide open is Ashley Baker. Touchdown, Seattle.
You've got a roll out to the right, and Ashley Baker is going to fake the run, then go settle out, hiding out all the way in the corner of the opposite end zone. That is exactly how Chris Michelson drew that play up. Another well-executed pass from Matheny, and a touchdown catch from number 8, Ashley Baker.
Baker, the Yelm, Washington native, having a great game as well on both sides of the ball. Pitch to Gleaves, and it will go in untouched for the 2-point conversion.
You heard her, it's too easy. I can imagine why she would feel that way. 5 touches of the football, and every time she touches it, she gets into the end zone. This one's for a PAT. Not for a touchdown kit, but I imagine she's excited just the same.
Gleaves, when she has the ball in her hand, chances are we know where it's going to end up.
She's 6 for 6, crossing the goal line every time she gets that football.
John Hassan can only look on.
Yellow next, okay?
This quarterback, Jessica Poole,
We're doing yellow, okay?
been impressive at times. We've seen her here, particularly in the second half. They got off to a good start. A touchdown. Crystal Wright has a pair of touchdowns here in the fourth quarter, but ultimately digging themselves that hole too deep. They've not been able to battle back against this talented Thunder team. The late flags come in after the rush from Cobra.
I think this is going to be a face mask against the running back, Corey Hardaway here.
At the end of the run, personal foul, face mask, got inside the helmet and pulled it down. Number 13 of the defense. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Kinsey Tolliver with the face mask on the tackle of Corey Hardaway. Automatic first down after the big run from Cobra.
Let's see if they stick to what's working. The runs up the middle, the runs to Crystal Wright, and the quarterback runs by design for Jessica Poole.
Poole, just the rookie, the Toronto native. We've seen her toughness. We've seen what she can do with her legs and even her arms at times. Little handoff inside to Dunning. Dunning has been a factor. Remember, she had that long touchdown in the first half. It was called back for a block in the back.
That is correct. They snuck her out to the left side on a block to the back. A little quick handoff here to the inside. And I think Denver's got some things they can definitely build on for the future.
Second and short for the rush. Poole dances, bounces it outside. We'll see where they mark her. It's going to be close to the first down. Savannah Wood with the tackle.
Again, that's some maturation just in one game shown by Jessica Poole. The rush is coming, she feels it. Instead of throwing the ball up like she has a couple times that has resulted in interceptions, she goes ahead and just takes what she's got, and that's a scramble to the left. Not for a big gain, but it's not a turnover either.
Handoff inside to Hardaway, brings it down inside the 10. Previous play under review.
I think they're going to see if this isn't a fumble. I thought that whistle came a little quick, and I thought this might be a fumble against the Denver Rush offense. Let's see what Jeff Sidoris comes up with after the replay.
Here it is. Take a look.
Watch. I think it's out, right? Boy, that's going to be close right there. That's kind of a bang-bang play. Her rear end touches the ground right as that ball comes out. That's going to be close to call. I'm not sure that there's going to be enough evidence to turn that into a fumble.
Both coaches looking on. That was pretty close to simultaneous at the time she touched down and that ball came out. It may have come out a millisecond before she touched down, but we will see.
After review, it has been determined that the ball was fumbled and that was immediately recovered by Seattle. It will be first and 10 for Seattle.
And that is indeed the case. They're going to say that ball came out just an instant before she went down. So Seattle recovers the fumble, and the fans here, the ShoWare Center, have had a lot to cheer about tonight, and that continues to be the case.
When I saw that play in full speed, I thought it was a fumble, and then I Jedi mind tricked myself after seeing the replay. It should have gone with my gut reaction, but good job. We talked about Denver. They haven't let up. Credit to Seattle. Sometimes when you're way ahead on a game, they got a 58-point lead. It's easy to let that intensity come down a notch or two. Hadn't seen that yet from the Seattle Thunder. They are still all systems go on both sides of the ball, even with a huge lead this late in the game.
That was a point of emphasis when we looked in at their locker room at halftime from Chris Michelson and his staff, making sure that even though they had that big 44-6 lead at half, that they continue to come out in this second, and they have done just that. Malloy outside, up across the 15 to the 17.
Go, 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 go.
Seattle, the hurry-up offense, under a minute remaining, and they're looking for more.
Z2, Z2, Z2.
They are sharks at the feeding frenzy right here.
They smell blood, and that is certainly the case. Empty backfield for Matheny, has Malloy crossing underneath. Will just heave this one out of bounds with no receiver open.
Come on, I called Z2.
You know, the only thing I can think of here, Kit, is that Coach Michelson wants to work on the hurry up for some point when they may need it later in the game. Certainly, this outcome has already been decided, but I think they want to get KK Matheny into some situations where they've got to run a hurry up.
Seattle, they won't be back in action until week 7 when they head to Chicago to take on the Blitz. Underneath, Baker with the reception and across midfield.
This is another version of a screen pass. Baker's actually lined up outside at wide receiver, comes all the way across the formation for a little sneaky screen pass here in the closing seconds of the game.
10 seconds left. Matheny has Savannah Wood. Wood inside the 15. And that will do it. Seattle, impressive in their home opener. The Thunder, what a performance. But here in week 3, it is all the Thunder at home. Seattle started early and often. 84-26, they come away with the victory. For our entire XLeague crew, for my partner Lane Grigg, I'm Kit McConico, wishing you good night from the ShoWare Center in Kent, Washington, where the Thunder take down the Rush 84-26.